And on today's video, we are going to begin with a calm and charming girl that respects your time.
That sounds very desperate. I'm like, desperate to who? I respect your time, respect mine. I have my phone in my hand. Why wouldn't I reply? Maybe you need something.
And you might figure out a little bit about investments, then eventually get into a man who doesn't think that running a family business can actually work out for you.
Akili ya Mwafrika bado iko nyuma sana. Kuna kuibiwa iko hapo. Wewe ukifanya kazi na mentality ya kuibiwa, ndio maana unaleta mke wako hapo, yeye ndiye cashier, yeye ndiye treasurer, sijui mtoto wako ndio maana ile
buda, kuna kuibiwa na kuoshwa, Kuoshwa ni ile umesafishwa, umepanguzwa vizuri. Goddamn. Remember to comment down below and connect with people with your same ideology. Other than that, let's get into the video.
This generation is there's something wrong with this generation, because tell me why. I have a friend of mine who just told me I should stop replying quickly. And I'm like, what do you mean I should stop replying quickly? He's like, every time I text you, you reply immediately. And I was like, I do that to everyone. There's nothing special about it. It's just that I have my phone and I reply when I see the message. And he's like, no, that sounds very desperate. I'm like, desperate to who? I respect your time, respect mine. I have my phone in my hand. Why wouldn't I reply? Maybe you need something. Why would I wait? He's like, you should wait for like 5-6 minutes. Give it time and then you reply so that you don't seem desperate. I'm like, what? What? I have my phone in my hand. I wait to reply to somebody. That's unreal. That's unreal, because I can't do that. Anytime I have my phone and you text me, I don't care if it's the same second, I will reply if I have my phone in my hand. And if I delay in replying to you, I am far from my phone. And when I come back, I'll tell you I've been far from my phone. Or rather, I am purposely ignoring you, right? I don't want to talk to you, and I'll tell you that I don't want to talk to you. Like, why do we have gray areas? Why can't it be black or white? Like, I don't want to talk to you, don't text me, right? And if you text me and I reply immediately, how is that desperation? Like, make it make sense.
Dating culture has actually destroyed young people's minds. People will actually, god damn it. People will actually choose the route of keeping some time to themselves just so that they may actually look busy, even though they are not. They forget that by doing that, they start living a lie. And when you make a decision of living a lie, the next thing you're going to do is going to propel you towards down that same path. So if you are this person who is being told in the online spaces that, if someone has texted you right now, has commented about something that you actually feel like you want to respond, that you take your time back, and you are not taking your time back in a good sense, in a way that you are thinking about the situation, you want to give the feedback your utmost attention before you actually air it out. The reason is actually something petty, like looking desperate. Vitu kaa hizo, we actually, I think those things should stop. Other than that, we are just bridging a road and people will continue to drown in their own emotions. People may continue to drown in their own ideologies, where society itakuwa too degenerate at the end of the day.
Here's how much your 10,000 Kenya shillings would be worth now if you had invested in any of the top 5 highest performing companies in the Nairobi Securities Exchange over the past year. Starting off at number 5, we have Liberty Kenya with a return of 131% over the past 1 year.
Sheesh.
Would now be worth just about 23,100 Kenya shillings. Next up, we have Kenyan Limited with a return of 218% over the past 1 year, meaning that your 10,000 would now be worth around 31,800 Kenya shillings. If that wasn't crazy enough, next up we have the all-famous KPLC, Kenya Power Limited Company, with a return of just about 476% over the past year, meaning if you put your 10K in KPLC shares 1 year ago, it would be worth just about 57,600 Kenya shillings now. Moving on to number 2, we have Samia Africa Limited with a return of around 556% over the past 1 year, meaning that your 10K, if you put it in Samia shares, would be worth just about 65,000 Kenya shillings now.
No way.
And finally, at number 1, we have EA Portland Cement with a return of, get this, 643%
What?
over the past 1 year. Meaning that if you put 10K in EA Portland Cement shares, you would be having just about 74,300 Kenya shillings now.
What? Mse, it looks like I have been playing the small game. Si tuko hapa hivi tunakimbizana na money market funds, kumbe some other people are actually in the security exchange. Huku hivi percentages ziko over the roof bana. I think this is the next thing we are supposed to get into as the RadaFam. And what does it take to actually invest your money in this Nairobi Security Exchange? So let's figure that out. According to my search engine, to invest to the national goddamn, hapo hivyo nilikuwa nimesema Nairobi. Sheesh. To invest in the National Stock Exchange in India, mse, siataki India. Kenya. I was right bana, To invest in the Nairobi Security Exchange in Kenya, individuals must follow a structured process and meet specific requirements. The first step is to choose a licensed stockbroker or investment bank that is authorized by the NSE to act as a central depository agent, a CDA. These brokers facilitate all transactions on the exchange. It is the same thing like in Forex. When you want to trade, you need to find a broker. Like a broker might be FX ama Xness. So those are brokers. So in this situation, the brokers that you actually require so that you may invest in the Nairobi Security Exchange, they are investment banks. And what are these investment banks? Damn, bro, as I'm reading this list, I've just realized that I actually don't know. I don't know most of these investment banks. The key investment banks operating in Kenya include Dyer and Blair Investment Bank, Francis Drummond and Company Limited, Santra Investment Bank, Kingdom Securities, hizo zote sijui, AIB, XYS, ABC Capital, Sterling Capital Limited, Faida Investment Bank, at least I've heard of Faida, Kestrel Capital Limited, Standard, at least I've heard of NCBA Investment Bank, Genghis Capital, KCB Capital, at least I've heard of that one, and hiyo hata siwezi soma. These institutions are accredited members of the NSE and provide services such as stockbroking, investment advisory, asset management, and wealth management. The NSE main investment market segments host leading enterprises across various sectors, including Equity Holding Groups, Ionani Ajui, KCB Group PLC, Ionani Ajui, NCBA Group PLC, Ionani Ajui, Standard Chartered NCBA, Standard Chartered Bank Kenya, and Diamond Trust Bank. So, among others. So, this is not a video to influence you on where you're going to put money. I'm not a financial advisor. I just thought that it is good information to know which banks are associated with the Nairobi Securities Exchange. That information might actually be valuable to someone, because we were going to figure out the requirements. And the first requirement was that you actually need to deal with a regulated broker. And this broker is ni hao wenye tumesoma hapo hivyo. Next, investors must open a central depository system, CDS account. Mbona ina sound CBDCs anyway? Which is a digital account used to buy, hold, and sell shares electronically. To open this account, applicants must submit identity documents such as a Kenyan ID, so hiyo unafaa kuwa na ID or passport, a KRA PIN certificate, hiyo kila mtu ako nayo, proof of residence, make sure umeenda kwa magistrate ukasema wewe umetoka wapi, I think inaitangwa affidavit, and a recent passport sized photo. The application is processed by the broker and the account is typically activated within 1 to 2 days. The next 10k I get, manze tunafaa tuanze kufanya vitu kaa hizi. Once the CDS, hizo ni Central Depository System account is active, investors must fund their trading account. So ekele hiyo 10k yako hapo hivyo, as the guy has said. This can be done through bank transfers, M-Pesa, lipa na M-Pesa, pay bill numbers, or cash and check deposits at the broker's office. It is recommended to start with an amount that one could afford to lose. Hey, what do you mean? Given the inherent volatility of stock prices. So, at the end of the day, I realize this situation, it is not as different as someone investing in in forex. But sasa forex, it is more volatile and less promising. Kwa sababu this guy is telling us that they have plus 300. Some of them even have plus 600 returns. So like if you invest 10,000, you're going to get 60,000 in a year. Hiyo ni crazy, man. Kawe ni mjanja, jump on that bandwagon, but make sure you do your research. This is the final research. I'm just this is meant to provoke your thoughts so that you may think deeply about some of these things. Watu wengine huku hivyo wachezi, they are making money while they are just sleeping. Lakini wanashikilia roho just in case stock market crash. But anyway, you have to take risks so that you can become successful. Other than that, what do you think? Let's get to this other person mwenye anafikiria hebu jione.
Shida ya vijana wanakuanga na mambo mengi sana, watakuibia, wacha waibe. Tajiri mwenye hataki kuibiwa si tajiri, ni maskini bado.
Allah.
Kwani unaibiwa pesa ngapi? Ukibiwa 100 na kutengenezea 10,000, ukibiwa milioni 1 na kutengenezea milioni 500, hiyo ni kuibiwa? Umeibiwa kweli ama anakusaidia? Akili ya Mwafrika bado iko nyuma sana. Kuna kuibiwa iko hapo. Wewe ukifanya kazi na mentality ya kuibiwa, ndio maana unaleta mke wako hapo, yeye ndiye cashier, yeye ndiye treasurer, sijui mtoto wako ndio maana ile
buda, kuna kuibiwa na kuoshwa, Kuoshwa ni ile umesafishwa, umepanguzwa vizuri. God damn, you have nothing left. Now, that is theft. Then kuna petty theft. Petty theft, I think that is what he is equating to real theft. And now he is attacking the family. Wacha tusikie.
Kazi ambayo ingepanuka kwa mwaka mmoja ikusaidie zaidi, ipanuka mara 5, unakaa na the same job mpaka inakuja kuisha. Alafu unaanza kusema serikali imeharibu uchumi. Nini. Siku hizi kuna wateja kwa sababu uliweka familia yako pale, ulifikia familia yako bro haiwezi kusaidia when it comes to business. Futa wazee, ajiri vijana wadogo.
Hapo hivyo he might be talking about something that not very many people would like to invest in. The idea that your family actually brings down your business, and all this depends on the values that your family have. If clearly they do not have good values, ama values zao ziko detrimental, then surely they are going to bring your business down. But if it is a family that has been continuously creating value and they understand what they are doing when they are working, then trust you me, they are going to multiply the business. That's why we see communities like some Somalis, some Sudanese, these people that come into our country, and especially the Indians, then you figure out, they are running their business as a family and it is successful. Why? Because of the core values inside the family. It is not that the family unit does not work. It is just that the leaders in these houses, the men in these houses, are they inputting the right values so that this family can actually move towards success? Other than that, hapo hivi anataka kutuonyesha why you should employ young people.
Go employ young generation. Kwanza wanafanya kazi wakiwa na passion. Aki ya nani? Akiona kijana mwenzake hapa na uchanganye wasichana na wavulana wote. Siweke vijana pekee, hata kwa mjengo. Changanya wasichana na wavulana. Mvulana akiona msichana karibu, kuna hormone huwa zinaingia na nao zinasisimuka. Hataki kuonekana kama failure, anajituma kama nonsense. Msichana akiona kijana hapo na yeye yani wanajikakamua na kuperformia wewe within a day. Yani nakuambia within a month unaangalia ile kazi imefanyika, hata unaongezea mshahara bila kufikiria. I wish
hiyo situation ya vijana na madem kwa business setting, like men being an incentive for women to work, or the other way around, women being an incentive for men to work, I don't think it actually works like that. Especially if you want to be productive, it is going to be very difficult, because you might realize that if the incentive is the workmate, then wataanza ku have some certain relationships and eventually the business will crumble. Lama, I think at least that's how I think. That's how I look at this situation.
Ungefunguka akili yake. Mimi nimetembea mataifa mengine, nimeona venye vijana wanafanya kazi. Yani watoto wadogo in 5-star hotels. Hautaona na mzee a 5-star hotel, my friend. Go to China and see how things are being done there. Hautaipata mzee bahali, wazee wanafanya kazi zao. Wazee hata washughuliki kabisa, watoto wameachiwa kila kitu. Yani almost 95% ya kazi zote ni vijana. Huku kwetu 98%, 99.9% ni wazee.
True.
So 0.1% ya vijana haki ya nani tunaisha.
And you will realize that most companies that actually employ young people, they are advancing at a very rapid pace when it comes to technological integration between their businesses and the actual service ama product that they give out to the people. So hapa hivi akona point, young people should actually be employed, and it is these old people na hapa hivi I know nikona audience hadi ya watu wenye wako past the age of 50, past the age of 60. I'm not trying to bash you or anything. I'm just saying that it is most of these old guys, especially in certain institutions, that do not like change, that do not like improvement. So when a young person comes along and tries to point out that, oh, we can do this better, these people feel threatened. These old guys feel threatened because they see that they are being now pushed out of their comfort zone, and they are being told to move with this new fish that has come into the game. Hawajui wanadeal na big fish. Well, ni kunoma msee. If you cannot accept that the young people have a certain knowledge, then even you as an older person, you are lacking something deep down. A young man can teach an older man as much as an older man can teach a young man, because both of them have different perspectives and different levels of wisdom. At the end of the day, we are all students of life, ama?
Hey. Alafu tunaanza kusema watoto wetu ni wabaya. Tunawaacha kwa nyumba. Unaacha mtoto kwa nyumba na amesoma na ako na akili na ako na nguvu kushinda. Wewe unaenda kazi. Yeye abaki hapo mpate jioni. Eti wewe ni breadwinner. Bread losers. In the name of breadwinners. Who told you to win bread on our behalf? Nani alikupatia hiyo akili? Tuachie vijana nafasi wa practice potential ambao wako nayo. Period. They have a family to build. They have a future in their country to build. Hii engine yao. Wazee, kila tu kufanya ile miaka imepita haki hatuwezi fanya saa hizi. Tulishinda na Moi, tulishinda kufanya wakati huo, kama tu kufanya wakati wa Kibaki, sasa hivi utaweza. Hii inji iko na wenyewe ni vijana. Huo ndio ukweli wa mambo. Hii inji saa hizi haiko mikononi mwetu. No. Kama umepiga kura mara zaidi ya 4, hii inji haiko mikononi mwako. Umelemewa, enda nyumbani. Enda ukapumzishe kile unaenda kupumzisha nyumbani. Maisha gani haya?
This guy is very bitter with the older generation. I don't know why. If you can just pause and look at it in a good way. Lakini pia ameacha niache kumtetea. Most of these older guys do not like to listen. Na wenye wapendi kulisten, hao ndio wenye waendagi mahali. And let's get into this other video where we can see some older guys actually pointing fingers to some other people and claiming that these people are the only ones who can afford certain things in this country.
Now today, Jagero, a 3-bedroom house in Lavington goes for how much? It goes between 13 and 27 million shillings in an apartment. Do you do business that can get you this house?
It is hard.
It is hard. Who are the occupants of these houses? Who are the ones buying these houses today? Can I tell you? Sudanese, Somalis, government thieves,
Allah.
and drug barons, and wash people. Because they have disposable income. They don't know what to do with the money. And they buy these houses in cash. You hear off-plan? Off-plan buying?
What is off-plan buying?
It means you buy the house before it is completed.
Oh!
So where you as a realtor, your work is to get people who are buying the houses. Okay? These people are actually there with the money. So they buy the houses. Okay? How do they buy the houses? They come to you with the cash. You want 18 million. Okay, I'm paying you 9 now. See, there is 6 months period. I'm paying you the rest 9 in.
Or I pay you 9 times 4.
Or I pay you 9 times 4. That is why, this one will bring me problem, but I'll say it. That is why it is very difficult to buy a house where Somalis or Sudanese have started buying those houses because they are ready to pay even more because they want to clean the money.
Nah, bro,
So they
no,
will pay you
no.
50
I'm
million.
going to disagree 100% with this guy. He's giving me some form of victim mentality, and it's not actually good to live in that mental state. If you can think about it clearly, we've just seen that in a year, 10,000 can actually be converted to 50,000. Now, think of somebody investing 10,000 every month in a certain stock or in a certain investment that has very crazy returns. Watu wengine huku hivi nje, when you start making it in life, they will start telling you that, oh, this guy is all of a sudden, either watasema ni mapepo, he's using magic, or others are going to say that, oh, he has the wash business, or he is a corrupt person. Just because you are making your investments right and they are living in their poverty mentality, they are living in their this mentality that I have said, victims. They always look at themselves as victims. God damn.
Instead of 18, and they tell you the rest, there's a way you will wire it back to them so that it's legitimate. Very soon, Jagero, in Kenya, these very many houses that are being built in Kilimani, these high-rise buildings, they will be vacant.
Nah.
Because they're being built and then people who should rent them don't have the capacity.
And I hear,
Yeah.
even if we were being told that the water table of Nairobi is depleting.
You remember?
At a very fast
You
rate.
remember? Yes.
And these people are actually sinking up to 5 boreholes in one property.
So, hapo hivyo, at these houses in Kilimani, they are going to be vacant. No, I don't think so. I think the worst that can actually happen is Nairobi might eventually develop to becoming something like a barrio, that area, hizo area yenye wame create these high-rise buildings. They might actually become these terms that we see in the Latina areas, in Brazil. They might now become the barrios in Kenya, ama the hood, kwa sababu sa, if, let's say, just hypothetically speaking, all of a sudden if Nairobi stops being the capital city of Kenya, maybe they move it to Konza, or they move it to somewhere else like Tatu City, ama huko hivyo kunaitagwa Northlands. If they do something like that, then Nairobi itaachiwa masafara. And when the safaras have been left for Nairobi, it is going to be a very crazy environment. Hapo hivyo, vitu zenye zilikuwa huko hivyo even that people think are expensive, they are these places that the rich should actually live, zinazaisha. But you can hold that thought with the idea that the UN were meant to come in Kenya by 2026 and they are going to live around this area. So a lot of things might actually change, and this trajectory, hizi thoughts zetu zote, the ones that he has and the one that I have, might actually hit a brick wall. Other than that, let me know what you guys think down in the comments about all these topics, because YouTube thinks you might be interested in the video on your screen at the moment. Click on that video. I'm waiting to see you on the next one.